Yo, what's up, folks? This Impact, and I want to take this time to welcome you back to the Hurt Business 101. Let's get right into it, man. Listen, today's video, I want to discuss a topic that's a hot topic, really shouldn't be, but since everyone asked me about it and what my thoughts are on these situations when they come up, I'm going to speak about it, and that is sparring and boxing. Let's do it. So as you know, today's climate with social media and the new generation, they always talk about sparring sessions, or they always leak sparring videos. First off the bat, I'm not with all of that. And I'm not going to be ever, you're not going to ever see me really coming on this channel talking about somebody getting over on a guy in sparring, because it's insignificant, it's a waste of time. And really, that's not the type of lane I'm going to be going down as a real boxing guy, and not just a casual fan that doesn't really understand. If you are a casual fan and you don't really understand, listen up, because I'm about to share some information with you. Sparring is not to be taken as serious as people take it, okay? When two guys are sparring, that's practice. They're simulating an actual event without the same dangers they would have in a fight. So, two guys are sparring, they're wearing 16-ounce boxing gloves, they're wearing headgear. That alone should let you know something. You don't wear headgears in boxing in a real fight. And if you're 147 pounds or smaller, you're wearing 8-ounce gloves. If you're over that, 154 pounds and up, you're wearing 10-ounce gloves. Not Modell's $35 Everlast gloves with all that excess padding. These are real boxing gloves, and they hurt, okay? All of these punches hurt. So that right there should let you know that it's not a real fight. Guys going into sparring sessions, I always can tell the guys who go into sparring sessions, when I'm looking at these videos, I like to watch sparring because I get to look at certain things, and I'm just a boxing junkie. I watch sparring, I watch real fights, it doesn't matter to me. But I can tell when I'm looking at the sparring what's going on in there. I can tell the guy that came to that sparring session just to win a sparring match versus a guy who's in there working on something. For instance, if I'm in a sparring match, I'm just using myself for example. If I'm in a sparring match and this guy's trainer has him working on countering my jab, working on his lateral movement, working on hitting and then tying up, and I'm just out there trying to win a sparring match. So I have everything at my disposal. I'm attacking this guy with an agenda. I want to prove something. If I get over on a guy, does that mean I was the better fighter? Because maybe he's sticking to his game plan. See, he's trying to improve, add things to his game, perfect weaknesses of his game. I'm trying to win a sparring session. See how that can be misconstrued? The video doesn't tell all of that. When a person leaks a video, generally they leak it with an agenda. Sometimes they may even cut parts out of the sparring where they were actually, or the person that they're supporting was actually getting beat on, and they just chop it up and show you what they want to show you. But regardless what happens in that sparring session, it doesn't have any real implications on who wins the actual fight. Sparring should be used to correct deficiencies, add to your game, figure out what works versus what doesn't work based on the type of fighter you are and your limitations athletically, intellectually, whatever they are. You should be working on your timing. You should be working on your accuracy. You should be fixing things that need fixing or fine-tuning things that need fine-tuning. You're going into sparring sessions to win them and not to improve. You're setting yourself up for failure. You can see a fighter be the same guy today, same guy next week, same guy next month, same guy a year from now. And you'll wonder why, and that's because a lot of times it's the mentality. These guys aren't putting in, they're just doing what they're good at, and they're practicing it over and over and over. But they're not practicing fixing the things that they're not good at. I remember I used to go into the gym and a trainer will come over and give a guy instructions and say, I want you working on this on the bag. No sooner than the trainer turns his back and goes over working with someone else, I observe, and then the trainer will observe, they over here trying to look cute and they doing their own thing. Shadow boxing in the mirror, doing their own combinations on the bag. The trainer asks you to work on something specifically because this is what you're here for. You're here to improve, not to look cute for girls that may stop by the gym, not to try to win sparring sessions for bragging rights. So all of these things come into play when we talk about sparring. It's an unwritten code. Whatever happens in sparring should stay in sparring. Specifically, if I'm paying or if a fighter is paying for the sparring. I mean, how much of a worthless bastard are you if someone paid you for your services to help them get ready for a fight, and then you turn around and use that footage as a way to brag about how you got over on them in sparring to try to boost your own profile? I mean, that's real low, and old school guys would throw you out and blackball you, and you would really have trouble back in the day. You would have a hard time getting guys to work with you because it's just foul. And furthermore, it means nothing when it comes to the actual fight. So when you guys are looking at these sparring sessions, you can watch them for your own entertainment if you like a guy's content, but don't get caught up in believing who wins a sparring session, who gets over in a sparring session, is actually the better fighter, or the fighter that will win if these two guys actually met up in a real boxing match. I'm gonna leave it right there on that topic, guys, and I just want to thank y'all for tuning in to another session and another edition of the Hurt Business 101. And remember, they say it's no business like show business, but I say it's no business like the Hurt Business 101. Done.